a very, very healthy path. The pro, as we're jumping right on into it, it's map number 1. It's CB, it's EG, and it's Bind.
It's Bind. Always a fun one to witness. City Boys doing a good job of holding extremities. This will be important here towards Bind. EG already taking space up towards Shower. Fault line going to come through to give them lamp, and a stim taken into the site off the double satchel. That's blind just in time. No one can see nothing. Joggermo caught in the ringer. Pancakes has that one. Boosty is already back of sight. Good to find 2 trades back the other direction. Gucci has one as well. It's 3-on-3 when the dust does settle.
Ooh, good Trailblazer, though. Unfortunately, 4 City Boys, Calm did not get stunned up, and now they're down with their last 2 to try and retake this site. The Frenzy just cutting them down in a 1v2. Calm is low, but the pre-fire there. And the round to Evil Geniuses. And you kind of see the difference in play style. We just started, and the coordination, right? The timing on the flash, the timing on the blast pack for Joggermo to go up and over the truck. It was also perfect. The timing also from Boostio to be making plays on the back of the site. Evil Genius is really looking strong. The retake looked good for City Boys. It just falls a little bit short. And, the momentum and the confidence, it doesn't stop there. 3 Vandals brought into this next round, Cat.
I expect a Vandal and Boostio's hands every time. Me and the dude on land, that's just who he is. But the rest of the game to get involved with him, hey, well, as long as you hit the shots, it's all good. Worst case scenario, you give 3 Vandals away, and definitely that could be the reality for EG. Reformed all the way to the backside of Fountain. That's throwing Giovanni pretty early. Here's that guiding light come through, was able to find that first pick. And I'll slow down the tempo here. City Boys playing all the way back on these extremities, hoping that EG will bite. It's a tier 1 roster, though. Should be one to play patient.
Yeah, very patient from Evil Geniuses. You heard the Vandals, too, for City Boys. So they know that they do have to be wary. Okeano's really the only player on the City Boys defense that had the tools, right, to be able to strip away one of these weapons. That Headhunter only needed 1 shot, and, well, he receives 1 hit himself. Now they hit out towards B sites, and Gucci's got himself a Frenzy. So can still look to do some damage, maybe to the Ghost of APOC just around the corner. Paint shells come out. Not going to find any chip damage, however. It's the shots that do land to the body of the Brimstone, and it's 84 HP, and now it's up to the 2 shorties that remain on the side of City Boys to retake this site.
Yeah, Pancake's going to step into the Sky Smoke. It'll fade as he does, so can't look to posture into the actual site. Zachary trying to cross. Info on the peak that there is Boostio holding close to the back of this site. Throw this Nebula up a chance to push forward. We'll just be, for a moment, we'll grab that star back and looking for exits, hoping to hit somebody in. A little overconfidence from a team that has all 5 players alive right now. Remember, that is 3 Vandals in their hand, though, so they want to get them out of the round. Next, that stronger bonus. They'll do just that as falls to come through. 3 rifles to come out as Boostio to clean up the round. That's 3 Vandals, Tanner Metro, that's coming into this bonus. What does that mean?
It means great things. Not only does it mean that because you bought that Vandal in the anti-eco and you win it, that your economy just starts to bolster. Your economy looks like a bonus round economy would, right? On top of that, they saved 2 Ghosts from the round previous, right? So they went 3 Vandals, 2 Ghosts. They had a nice little full house of weaponry. And those 2 Ghosts get to buy up into this round, and that economy is still beautiful. So this bonus round becomes a full rifle round. So for Evil Geniuses, you're getting 2 rifle rounds in a row, right? That is economics 101, 102, 103, 104. That's all the way through. That's bachelors, that's masters in economics coming out from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, I only got to micro, so a little bit more impressive is EG. Trailblazers come through. Got info, at least 1 player out towards the long side. There will be toxic screen up for Pancakes here. Will serve for both Hookah and will also serve for Garden. So solid for now is EG. Once again, setting up what is this Valo plant style execute. Definitely have looked drawn out so far early. Seasonate combinations caught nothing. Prowler has caught nothing. So they've cleared out space and possibly step into Hookah. Still that trademark to be dealt with, though.
Right there.
I like that. A guiding light to come through early. You saw players start to lead towards CT. That guiding light has managed to confirm players appear, which means they will not rotate away. Utility used now for City Boys leads to Gucci's first pick.
30 seconds left.
Again, this Astra Viper, right? That's the strengths. You want to push through that toxic screen, but it's right into a gravity well. Now 4 of 5 defenders are on this side of the map. Zachary still lurking elsewhere, and Pancakes looks away from the flash, and just like that, a near flawless victory for City Boys.
Good neutral usage for City Boys all the way through. Starts with that guiding light as aforementioned. Confirms info garden, keeps players to the back of the site, and then we get that combination of what is that toxic screen for Vision Denial, so EG can't find easy trades. What is then added on top of it, the Nebula, Gravity Well, and of course the Stake Bite. So you're coming into it, you're splitting off the execute. If you do look to double satchel in for Jogamo, you're doing damage the entire time, and you've got that constant Vision Denial. So very difficult for EG to get in, so much so they can't get in. Pancakes as well to play confident up towards that cubby, finds 2 frags of his own, needs that first round for City Boys. Rebuy all the way around. It's a gun round here in round number 4.
Oof. I don't know if that Prowler actually spotted Okeanos. Maybe there's a world where he sent it into that corner. But Okeanos gives himself up, taking that one down. Rendezvous to safety. Gonna have to wait for that totem to be available once more. Gucci now stuck in a really tough spot. This Aftershock not quite gonna land. But I mean, who's really in a bad spot, right? As soon as Jogamo peeks up, maybe Gucci out on the swing can play the crossfire. For now, he'll just be hanging out inside the teleporter. Wants to play off the back end of the Trailblazer. Didn't find the stun, though. And fortunately for City Boys, he is able to get out of that teleporter. No longer stuck in that position. One gunner comes on through, but Giovanni didn't get stunned by it. Apoth also getting caught out towards Sands. And just like that, Evil Geniuses, they lose control. Nope, they get it right back. A 3v2 as both players pushes their way through mid. It's Zachary and Pancakes to try and work together to retake this site.
Gucci looking to hold that control onto Hookah on that back pedal. Gets caught by the satchel instead by Jogamo. Brings him back in to range. The Phantom able to find that frag and get that numbers advantage. Pancakes in the meantime already out towards Hookah, already close to the cubby. Will find the frag. Jogamo will fall. 2-on-2 and site retaken already by the City Boys.
No way. And a Viper's Pit to come down as well, right? Snakebite's gonna force both of them into elbow. No, not like this. Calm goes fishing inside the swamp and grabs the biggest catch of all as Zachary hops onto the spike. He's looking to get this one all the way, expecting aggression is Calm. But Cat, you know what they say, pros don't fake, and Zachary is just that.
Pros don't fake, and Zachary, the Astra, he's X-Phase. He'll grab himself the defuse, sits on it so confidently, and that confidence is key to winning the round. It's 2-2 as we head into round 5. City Boys will grab that one. They'll break the eco of EG, and they've got themselves some control. But still pretty close to the ultimate here. One ult door, and it leads to a tour de force, and he postures towards Shower. Might be the play early in this one.
Ooh, good fault line. Okeanos immediately taking off the angle. Although not necessarily a round that you're expecting Evil Geniuses to win. That right there is a small victory, right? That you can count for yourself to say, hey, we've got this space and maybe we can actually do some damage here in this eco round.
Shivani up close. Stuck into YouTube, but will get saved by Pancakes, who's got 2. Got Jogamo and Reformed. They jump down onto Hookah to save the teammate. Garden, and it does wonders. Those Octagon players going to fall. 3-on-3, a very low boostio. Has a tour de force available. Certainly you don't spring it, though. You got, what, 2 HP?
Oh, Gucci ready for that one. Smoke came down. Expecting a player there. Expecting the next, and the flash is just a second too late as Calm. Walking away from this one with 4 health and a dream. Through the teleporter he goes. 40 seconds on the clock, and that DK didn't quite land. We'll see if there's any lineups available. The flash goes out and over the top. That will confirm that the breach is here. And now Calm looks to back away. Both players just on the other side of the tuna can. And Pancakes closes this one out with a nice little 3K, which feels pretty good. All things considered, he just used Viper's Pit the last round, and he's halfway to the next.
Absolutely. 3-2 scoring line. And we'll see where that shall lead us. Giovanni will finish this one off and grab an ult orb. So that will be Seekers into this one. Retake ultimate online for this team of City Boys. See what they want to do with it here into this one. Rest of the team should be good to rebuy rifles as well. Kiana's a bit of a question mark, but we'll pick up the operator given away, and teammate will buy themselves. So good to go. EG going to look for a timeout here in this one. Going to change that offense early. It's a couple quick options we're able to take B pretty quickly in these first couple of rounds. Hasn't been the case so far. It's been a pretty hard to counter double controller setup over on that side of the map. It's been that initial Viper utility for the start of the round. It's been the help from the Astra, who does have that map-wide ability to control. In that Astral form, you can place those stars anywhere, and that has been a bit of an issue for EG so far early.
Yeah, I love, actually, how much City Boys are just sticking and confirming this pick for Zachary on all of the maps that we've seen, right? It's been the Astra. I guess except for Fracture, it was the Brimstone. But anywhere else we're seeing the Astra, which, you know, it can be a lurker, can be a side anchor. You know, I think the changes to the Astra, I think people initially thought that with 4 stars and in long cooldowns, it'd be a little bit harder to play all the way around the map with the Astra, but obviously teams are starting to figure out ways to make that work, and it makes it a little bit easier to have that Viper, that double controller with you. But I love that they're just doubling down on that and showing the strengths of that pick alone. And I think in that timeout, should Potter be calling that one, saying, yeah, we're playing a little disrespectful, right? We're not giving as much respect as we should. So maybe let's go back to, you know, what it looked like in the pistol round, where we are playing off one another. We are looking to trade. We're using that utility and having that good timing. And then obviously, you know, ways to utilize these ultimates, because you're one away from the Nightfall. You obviously have the Rolling Thunder. And we heard Boostio pop this one. Now we get a look at it. Boostio creeps his way through showers. Uncontested is showers for the most part here from City Boys. They've been giving up to EG just about every round. Yeah, that they have. They do have significant backside control. They double stacked up as well. Read into that Tour de Force so well. Gucci will pick it up as Boostio going to fall. He's got everybody on to that A site. 4 players in that department, and EG looking to hit towards this B site instead. Giovanni getting sent back in this meantime. We talk about the fact that there is going to be potential retake ultimates. Here's the push for EG to come on out. Yeah, Seeker should throw a wrench into this one. Off up close, can't land the shot. Reform picks up 2. Giovanni, I think, just gets random in the mix. As Zachary grabs 2 inside. Hookah wants another one. Last bullet, and the last one standing. Can't quite get it back. Giacomo doing everything he could, but Zachary an absolute menace in that round. Yeah, that was scary for a moment. Zachary's able to get there in time. You play that close contact. Okino's looking for a lot with the operator so close to the back of the site. He's looking to occupy that space with the help of Giovanni, looking for the teammates to be able to get through to Hookah. They know they gotta be strong proponents of actually grabbing the attention, keeping EG looking forward, and they do so just long enough for Zachary able to sneak in and grab that 4K. It was close. The spacing almost didn't work out, but they time it out. That's just trust in the City Boys squad right there for the 2 players that sacrifice their lives on site. Prowler has nothing, so Keanu's going to jump in to Hookah late. Operator in hand, but he does have this rendezvous. Steps out of it, finds the frag, and will get away as well. So Giacomo caught off guard. Giovanni now to take his place. And that was played well. Going in after the Prowler. Nobody expected to be on the angle. And Evil Geniuses, if they don't expect you to be in that space, they will take it. It's what we saw in Showers in that last round. It's what we see Hookah here in this one. Same thing for Long. Right? They're not spotting anything. They are just going to walk their way on up. Unfortunately, Util was just a bit too deceiving in this round. Keanu's repositioned now towards this octagon angle, this garden angle. Slash to come in. Giovanni's not been able to tuck it. Time to be able to grab a
One enemy remaining.
Giovanni look for the spray, can't finish it. Calm has that one. Zach just straight off screen though. This will come in a 1v4. Head under shot's not gonna find it. For Piano, Senguchi will have a trade out recovered as well. A 5-2 scoreline. Timeout did not provide the round win. EG would have hoped it would. And although that one didn't look too winnable for Calm, it does sting to get just sprayed through the smoke, kind of standing out in the open of the window of Hookah to fall. And this defense is proven to be a formidable one. I think, obviously, you would assume this defense is going to be A-okay, right? You have paint shells, you have gravity wells, right? The Astra Viper, it just thrives in that. Same thing with Giovanni on the Sky. You know, the Sky has so much to delay, so much for information. So we're expecting, I think, City Boys to be maybe a bit stronger on this side of the map, but
They really are running away with this one. Prowler should force the player off the angle. No way, that op shot doesn't land some way, somehow. Now it's fast out towards the side, inside the smoke. Giacomo falls. It's Zachary to collect the first on the round. The orbital strike gonna slow things down for just a second as Okeanos back on the angle, and it's APOP. Shots with the Sheriff, and they will land. The spike will be planted. Okeanos backs away, and another Prowler reveals one more. It's a Headhunter, no, make it an Operator. Moving inside, U-Haul just around the corner is a Stinger, and too much shown to come, and he wants some more. He tries to scoop up the Operator. He does so, needs to hit the quick scope. Oh. He'll also hit that on top of it all, as Giovanni, a 1v4, picks up the first. The op shot doesn't land. Two more just around the corner. Flash goes out. He catches himself. The Haunt goes down. Giovanni looking at all the angles. There's too much to focus on. A tap onto the spike, and you can only hope for damage. It's Calm, plays up close and personal. It's Giovanni for the next. Inside the showers, one more to come through. The lineups are there. Reformed will do it. Finally, closing us out in a thrifty victory for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, easy to take an eco, to take 2 rifles out of the round as well. And man, City Boys, they give a lot there early on to their defensive end of things. Okeanos looking for a lot out of Heaven. Zachary to take a raw swing. And I mean, I can't blame him too much. The fact that he's playing against pistols, you feel that confidence, especially after you got the first pick onto who is the entry frag of Giacomo. That double satchel into what was that Sky Smoke. Still found the value of getting them at least some spacing, getting eyes drawn to allow the rest of the team to sneak their way out towards sight. And you get so close for those frags, you're able to sneak away rifles, and you're able to make the close time look a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, same look with the fault line. I really like that fault line into showers. You don't have to put yourself in danger. It's tough to get through it. Now Rolling Thunder even more. Giacomo pushes his way on through. He's vulnerable. A scary spot for the Rays to be. Rocket in hand still as Boombox. No music just yet. Finally, we do get a bit of base, but unfortunately finds nothing. Instead, on the opposite side, it's the Rays for the defense, and Gucci. Paint shells for one. Another one collected. A rocket on the opposite side. Not going to find much just yet. Spots out Giacomo, takes him down. 3 kills on the round, and Gucci taking full control of round number 9. The close angle once more. The judge around the corner. The shots don't land. Now can just try and play bodyguard for the diffuser here, but not healthy enough to win the duels. And Evil Geniuses back to it 2 in a row.
I love the way that Evil Geniuses are capitalizing on this overconfidence. City Boys consistently looking to occupy that back of the site and get themselves early retakes. EG's initial Sky Smoke on the push, and then that breach utility stalls off the push for the retake, disjoints the team for City Boys, and forces them to take what are troublesome fights for them. You have the opportunity to either back all the way out towards CT, lose the bit of backside control that you've got on the defensive, and then come in for the retake, or you get the option of, I know my team's cut off, I know it's just me, I'm going to swing anyway and see what I can grab. And that's consistently what's going on for the defense. They'll come into the swings. EG has easy trades. In some instances, just have straight one-on-one wins. And a lot of that comes off of the ability to execute off of shower, as aforementioned, Tanner. It's one fault line to get them that spacing. And we kind of talked about that initially onto what was their eco round prior. The fact that they throw that fault line, they get that space to get the chance for the orb. You recognize that. That becomes a tendency. Now you do it consistently. And I wanted to hit last round on the fact that with this double controller setup, with the value that the Viper can have, it was working wonders on the B site, but it has significant lineup potential onto A, significant setup potential. Well, they just utilized it. Didn't make a difference. So they couldn't hold A without the Viper, couldn't hold A with the Viper. Definitely needed the timeout, took it. Let's see what the defensive changes.
Yeah, and you know, a couple of rounds ago, right after the EG timeout, we said, hey guys, we're playing a little disrespectful. Maybe we need to stop doing that. And then the next couple of rounds, they just play completely disrespectful, and it works, right? So maybe that is the move. Let's just play fast, right? Let's just prove that we're a bit better in the scramble, and we can, again, not be disrespectful as human beings, but the way that we're playing the game. You know, we're pushing through these smokes. Who cares? No flashes. We're just going to do it dry. We're disrespecting the Viper utility, right? We saw the Showstopper come out. It was a vulnerable Giacomo. He pushed right through the snake bite. Just didn't care at all.
Yeah, and if you know you're able to put that pressure on, you know you're able to use that utility zone players, and makes those looks just a little bit safer than they truly appear to be. EG with pure control of tempo right now. I'm going to slow this round down quite a bit, and can't blame them. You don't want to look for shenanigans in this round. You want to make sure City Boys aren't doing anything silly. Giovanni up close with that Marshall. Has found nothing on the shot.
Yeah, I wish he could have that one back. Just goes a bit wide on that first shot. Calm going to be allowed to plant. No, Zachary actually going to use that grab. Well, Spike will get planted, however. Paint shells on top of it, and it's a second too late. So Giovanni and friends, they all stay alive. They will survive. Gucci now looking to play judge gameplay once more, but EG just ready for it. 2 quick kills to cut it down to 3 remaining for the defense. 2 more kills. We'll find just Zachary. And he's not able to find anything on the way out. 4 stand for Evil Geniuses as they tie us up at 5.
And that's an eco, so we can let that one slide just a little bit. But it's the same thing on the retake. Gucci's in looking for a solo satchel play. It's a flank from the chamber that just doesn't have any value yet because the backside players haven't been around. There's no one to draw attention if there was to be a flank watch anywhere near. It's these looks on the retake for City Boys that just don't have any tradability. If there's no tradability, what is there not? Trades. There's no trades to be had on the retake. They can't take the space, so even when they do have a numbers advantage, when they have an opportunity, they can't really capitalize. I think when it comes to the ultimate, City Boys will use the Viper's Pit to try to stay short, and that's where a lot of that util has been coming on the execute. We'll see if that makes a difference for him.
It's simple economics. You can't make lemonade if you don't have lemons.
True.
You can't have cast if you're not having the assists, if you're not having the trades. You don't have any of that stuff. Like you said, we'll see if anything changes. Rifles obviously back in hand for City Boys. Just around the corner, though. Good flash for Busio to make a play. Now looking for something extra as he sets himself up nicely on the inside. And Giovanni was expecting somebody around the corner. Snake bite right at the feet. That one. Okay, never mind. They're just going to go right through the pit. So the Viper teleported with the snake bite, but instead, again, the disrespectful gameplay. Let's just go right through this utility. Who cares about the decay? And, well, Apoth should care about the decay. He was 1 HP. Now he's dead. The spike has fallen. And the defense, they're all here to try and retake this site, trying to swarm this spike around the corner. Zachary, 33 health. What? A spray down. The transfer. Beautiful. To find the kill onto Reformed, but at the end of it all, a 1v1, and Calm not ready for the close angle. It's City Boys back in the lead.
Yeah, we talk about just
last round before the switch.
Running through the Viper's Pit is disgraceful.
Yeah,
we hit a new level. Yeah. Like, listen, I get it. We're playing fast, it's working. You're coming out of that Viper's Pit. You're at half HP. What are you gonna do? You're going to get sprayed down. Opportunities are going to get made, and Zachary takes full advantage of low HP players. There's a nice play from the back of the site for Calm to refrag his 2 teammates that go down, but it puts him into a 1v1 that EG, they have controlling, they have timing. There's initial fight towards Hookah. You recognize 2 players are there. You try to capitalize on the fact that those 2 players, we know they're on the other side of the site, which means we have that numbers advantage on A, but they still have about 40 seconds in that round when the execute happens. You have the time. They just didn't take it.
Busio counting his blessings that he didn't take any damage on that spray. And it's the Sky doing Sky things, right? Giovanni tossing out the flash. Also getting across. Beautiful Prowler, though, to reveal this position. Aftershock might force a TP, and now 1 less defender on this A site. But look at the defenders from the A site. They pushed all the way through just to be able to help Giovanni. B site a bit more weakened. Now it's Gucci has to try and hold it down himself, but Giacomo's having none of it.
You know what's really unfortunate about that?
Planted.
You come through a shower, you get all the info that these players are going B, but no one is able to capitalize on any of that information. They still lose the 2 players on site. The site still gets taken up by EG. Possibly a chance on the flank. But for EG, you're looking pretty wary of said flank. Just flowers out for Giacomo to kill extra time, and you're already looking at what is a 2-on-4 situation.
Just swag.
Okay, Zachary is the timing god. Unfortunately, doesn't make the timing there, and Busio finds the last kill on the round. But the timing for Zachary to peek right when Giacomo was putting down a blast pack and find the kill so the showstopper gets nothing. It didn't mean anything on the round, but it was still cool to see as, you know, Zachary as that lurker, right? That's exactly what he needs. He needs to find these timings. So I think that bodes well, maybe a bit of foreshadowing as to what this Astra can get done on the attacking side.
Yeah, I'm questioning what this double controller can get done on the attacking side. So you do look to play the double controller instead of the initiator. Means that you're losing just a little bit of flash potential, info gather potential. So you're putting a lot of work on your Sky to have consistent guiding lights, to find value on what are those 2 flashes. It's rechargeable, so can get a little bit of space early. He's just that Trailblazers, though, for info. You don't have the haunt. You don't have a dart. So you got to get creative with the vision now. We'll see if they can do so.
Ooh, look at this aggression though. Through the sky smoke, Okeanos already answered to its Giacomo just on the inside as they push through the outside, however. Pancakes
Down A.
takes down Apoth, but a 2-for-1. Reform stuck inside the teleporter as a Trailblazer. It's going to try and get some information, but look where that spike's at, Cat. That is a horrible spot to be in, but Giacomo's very tradable, very vulnerable. Reformed is, okay, never mind. Not going to be in that same boat. No damage from the paint shells at all.
Reform playing ring around the rosy here. Nebula for the cross. Step into the flash. On 3K, a 4K now. That leaves Giovanni all the way on the other side of the map. Nowhere near the action. They're going to come through towards market. Well, say the line, Tanner. The push down through shower. It's disrespectful from EG, and it works quite well.
It works quite well. And then obviously that the Nebula smoke, you know, with good intentions, but eventually works against City Boys, right? Because then Calm can just position himself to find a good flash point. It flashes the players, and it allows for, you know, Giacomo to get that near ace, to find 2 more kills, 4 on the round. And he's halfway towards a showstopper. So Giacomo's happy about that one. He is laughing straight to the bank.
Yeah, 1000%. So we'll get Spectres out in this go around. It will not be the Vandal pickups from EG after what was their last pistol round conversion.
I was thinking the same thing. But they didn't, you know, they don't get the plant. Because I was also thinking, I was like, oh, why aren't they forcing like they did? But, well,
yeah, a little less eco.
Maybe it's for good reason. Maybe it's for good reason because Okeanos does that.
First we picked up from the chamber. Boys looking to capitalize off of that numbers advantage. Calm gonna grab one, and Giovanni has all of shower side, but Gucci's there for the absolute uppercut with the shorty. Calm gonna fall. That will be a Spectre. Converted over. Apoth gonna grab 2 of their own. Gucci is back.
One enemy remaining.
Backside taken and captured by Gucci are the final 2 frags. It's tied up at 7 as Gucci just takes it to him. They line up just a bit, and he's got the Spectre spray down.
Wow, what a... The way that our observers went out towards, I believe it was Apoth, after the player had died inside showers, that was one of those things where you know that call was being made. Raze is pushing you shower, Raze is pushing you shower, Raze is pushing you showers, and then you're just shortied in the face. And you could almost see, yeah, kind of Apoth, just how bad he felt looking at that sky smoke. And his teammate being dead inside the showers. What a round from Gucci. And the disrespect continues, but it's from the opposite side. And that seems to be what's working. You know, find a way to work the scramble a bit better. Don't stay inside the pocket, because we saw Evil Geniuses really get picked apart inside the pocket.
A little football reference.
You know.
I like the versatility, Mr. Metro. Well, the City
Touchdown!
Boys... Oh, yeah, okay. You're going out there for that one, for sure. The City Boys will come out towards a short. No versatility just yet, and we're pretty early into this one, so back to the ace I executed. It will be fault lining to come through, nade combination as well for both sides, so no one able to capitalize on the space after the utility. Aftershock tucked by Giovanni. No peek, so he's gotten out to safety.
Unfortunately, Reformed is... I say the wrong side of the map, but it would have been nice to have a seize in a situation like that to lock those players up to make sure the paint shells do get value.
30 seconds.
All 5 still alive for just a moment. Calm gets caught, tucked away inside the corner, and Okeanos collects 2. Giacomo gets 1 back, and it'll only be 2 for Evil Geniuses. The City Boys make quick work that next round, and they find themselves the lead once more.
Yeah, they'll stick together for the take. They got those rifles at hand, so it makes things all the more easier. I do like the call to get out of there a short once all that util gets dumped. It gives you at least the info that there are 2 players that are close towards lamp that you're going to have to fight. You don't know if they've got shorties. You don't know what is held close. Why bother with it? Instead, head towards B. Get a bit of that long side, and you've got Okeanos so far up into that angle octagon that you know you can at least posture towards the site. That they do. They get it. They convert themselves the round. Once again, an early default setup goes towards A, but that spike's been defaulted mid-market. City Boys expected to play a lot slower in this one.
Oof. Okeanos swinging his mouse around, maybe hitting it on the monitor or the keyboard or something, sending out a stray shot. Little desk pop there, but no harm, no foul. In the paint shells, that is one that you wish you had back. Ooh, good flash on the outside. We go 1 for 1 across the map.
Give that space,
The
though.
site. Yeah, it's final destination here. City Boys, they got the spike.
And these guys step into shower. They get that frag, but now they're stuck in shower. We just found one trade back the other direction. And Apoth, he's not able to help on the site just yet. Has a teammate towards CT, but he's caught behind the Nebula right now. It's up to the timing of this one, and it'll be in the favor of Apoth. So he's found it, and now he's got the help for the pinch. 3-on-2. They're pushing their way in.
And Okeanos cuts it down, make it another 3 kills on the round for Okeanos. Apoth tosses out the incendiary, trying to force the players to the back of the truck, and that's exactly where they're going, but it's both of them. And Apoth just wasn't ready for it. Another strong round, but it's not Gucci doing crazy things. It's not Pancakes doing crazy things or Zachary lurking. It's just Okeanos.
An interesting round to come through. EG get that space initially into shower, but it cost them the entirety of the A site, which forces them into this funnel. While they are good for the trades, both players able to find themselves one in that instance. It traded back, so keeps the numbers advantage up for City Boys, and they're able to use that to encapsulate themselves around. In and out the smoke, so to safety is going to be Boostio. That is his rendezvous gone for now, though.
Jeez Louise, man, you're gonna run out of ammo.
Hey, you gotta make sure. What if he's there?
Yeah,
he's tucking the bullets,
he's
man?
there?
Gucci caught
Yeah, who is this? Gucci shooting all the bullets available to him. Nice shot from Boostio. Ooh, okay. A little bit of investment here. Gonna toss out the tour de force.
Interesting call. How's the read right now, at the very least? This one headed onto A. The Seeker's going to help confirm said read. The showstopper available. I mean, why not throw the kitchen sink at this one as well? Boostio top of heaven. No one spotted just yet. Sees the head of Zachary.
Ooh.
So as info, there's a split push on its way. That allows these Lent players to get a swing.
Wow. Calm plays that perfectly. Shot through the box. Doesn't find the kill on a Pancakes. The Rocket also not going to find the damage, but 2 members very low here for the attack. And Pancakes gives up way too much. An operator in hand is Gucci. Battles back for 1. It's another thrifty round for Evil Geniuses. A bit spaced out from the one that we saw prior, but still a pretty big win to try and keep this one close.
Great composure on the eco from EG. Typically, you see eco players, especially like calm in that situation with the Frenzy. Wide swing, do what you can. I got one chance. I got to be close. When I'm surprised, I got to hope I grab this one. Grab the shoulder peek instead. Here's the shots come through. Once the shots start, then is able to swing, is able to find the frag. So that composure just come through even when you don't actually have a true rifle in your hands. Gets you a true rifle in your hands because you find the frag. Able to convert that into a round win. Scary at first from Boostio on the top of heaven. Shots weren't quite ringing true, and then finally starts to pick them up. They stall for, at the very least, enough time that they're able to get reformed out towards CT for a double op look into the site. And that's where things really start to heat up for the eco. That's what converts that thrifty round.
And I don't know who brought the operator into that round, but it ended up in the hands of Reformed, which ultimately paid off. Felt pretty good to have that one. I think this might be the round where it looks like everybody should be buying into this one. We've got a lot of alts to throw out here.
That we do. Of the showstopper for Gucci, we'll have the Viper's Pit. So you got a way to get into the site. You've got a way to hold the post plant. Okay, now let's get on the tour de force. He's been a strong proponent to throwing that thing into his attack, and was going to give a teammate a gun this round.
You want
so
to
I would
play?
not be
Let's
shocked to
play.
see him pop it up, and he's done just that. This tour de force is going to be online. Of course, we got retakes as well. We've got ourselves looks from the Brimstone, the Fade, and the Breach. So EG still be pretty confident. The rest of how this one goes.
That's a good start there for Pancakes. Just wall banging through that box, trying to find the trademark. No way. Giacomo gets dinked. They use the rocket for it, and he doesn't die. Giacomo survives. Calm, unfortunately, he can't say the same. Around the corner comes a shorty, and he still collects the kill. We go back and forth. a 3v3, but the pit is down. The site to be taken and the spike to be planted. It's reformed. All by himself. Let's try and hold on to this site. The tour de force shot lands from Okeanos. Beautiful flash, and Giovanni's right behind it. And the last one standing is Apoth, who is a bit further away. Has the orbital strike. But maybe this is not the round we see it. Instead, gonna scoop up that operator and head for the hills.
Yeah, look at saved going in the next one. Certainly back in the hands of Boostio in the future. There will be a 10-8 scoreline when this dust does settle off of that spike. There's going to be a bit of hunting as well. Pancake's enough money to warrant it. Is Apoth ready for this quick scope opportunity? He sure is.
Wow.
Lights out. So Pancakes nails that one in the head. Apoth looking for more. They're going to pick it once they got wind of it. Okeano's going to fall. Giovanni not nearly close enough, so Apoth will find two. We'll take 2 guns down for the City Boys, and we'll keep that operator alive going into this round. 19.
Yeah, that's not a bad round. To take away a couple more rifles, the economy still seems okay for City Boys, and he did have to concede that round. Was it Apoth or was it Calm earlier in the game that picked up an operator inside U-Haul? It was Calm.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
everybody's pretty good with the operator on this team.
That was a nutty quick scope to come through. I believe it was an eco round. City Boys back to the BIB default. Okeanos will take down Boostio. Wow. I think maybe that's an instant where Boostio just caught napping on the off angle. Didn't look ready to take a shot.
Well, his trademark had just got destroyed, and I think that bought the attention of the chamber and was just enough for Okeanos to capitalize.
Yeah, I think that's quite possible. Eyes dart to the minimap. The moment they do the swing. Good timing for City Boys here. Now they get that opportunity to take their way into the site. Beast actually has been pretty good. Supposed to that's the question mark afterwards. Going Thunder, looking to team out of CT. Giannos will find Calm.
And Nightfall just behind it too, but it doesn't matter. They had the right read on Evil Geniuses, but they're a player down to start this retake before the spike's even planted, and Okeanos just continues to tally up the frags. Giacomo gonna try his hand at a 1v5. It's a 1-for-1 trade at the end of it all, and, well, not a favorable one for Evil Geniuses. The City Boys will find 11 and quite possibly force a save here for Evil Geniuses. This is getting dangerously close to being a City Boys map.
This is a hard choice if you are EG. And I almost never see a team willing to play with OT on the line. They'll think about it for just a minute. Right now, they'll have the force by weapons in their hands, but they'll take a timeout. So a full minute to decide if this truly is going to be the decision. Utility looking pretty solid on the defensive end of things, but City Boys is doing a good job of taking it to them, stuffing them down. And it's rare that you see Arrays able to take so much space and simultaneously take so much frags. It's either you're getting the frags and you're playing a little bit safer, or you're getting in there. You're getting in the crux of it. And a lot of the times it means negative KD, but it means space for your team. And support riflers really shine. In this case, Gucci doing both. Getting the space, getting the dinks early on backside players to be able to allow the team to execute, but then finding the frags and converting as well, getting deep into the site, really being a nuisance for this defense.
Man. It all comes down to what really feels like this buy. So the call after the timeout is to force up everything that we've got. Orbital strike. Here. The only ult that's been online and has been online for quite some time. Reformed going to play the jump peek out towards long. We'll see if Okeanos can capitalize on the fade. Maybe giving up too much. 4 players strong as the Trailblazer clears out hookah. Just around the corner is Reformed, and his Pancakes, they're just walking up. Again, complete disrespect coming out from the attacking side. Snake Bite goes out, the spike goes down, Gucci goes up, Gucci falls, and Reformed and Boostio trying to lock down this side all by their lonesome, but Zachary is here, and he's healthy. He stops the B-site defenders, completely stifled, and has the spike in hand, but unfortunately he's completely corralled here. Paint Shell's out just at his feet. He hops up into hookah, and now it's Giacomo. The Predator becoming the prey here.
important in these 1vx situations. You can isolate 1v1s, and you have info on where Giacomo is. You know there's not teammates to help. You don't want to waste too much time on trying to play towards it. So instead, Zachary will walk into this site, get space
Need that
into
back.
the tube.
Concealment. 30
Spike's in
seconds
his
left.
hands, looking for something, looking for a peek from somewhere. But a fault line out and a double swing from elbow off the stim beacon as well. Means that Spectre just shooting so much faster. Apoth will have it. It's 11-9 scoreline. EG out the timeout to find themselves a crucial round win.
Yes, yeah, crucial is the best way to put that one. It's unfortunate that it's yet to reset the City Boys economy, but it's nice to not only have that round win, but the one ult that you had going into it, you still have. So there's options for Apoth to be able to get that ult online.
Time to mobilize.
Shooting every choose to you, so I feel like it's been 4 or 5 rounds that we've seen this Brimstone sitting on this ultimate.
Yeah, it has been quite a bit of time. It's hard to find value with, to be honest, though. Orbital Strike gets a pretty solid range, but when players are holding stagnant and things of that nature, so really more of a zoning tool. Just haven't had the time to really put it into utilization. At this point, it's almost too late in the game that you're not going to have a chance to recharge it, so at this point, might as well hold until you feel you've got really a worthwhile opportunity. City Boys back to what was that former Viper utility to scale up short, and they've gotten that space.
Yeah, they have. I think they heard the drop though from Okeanos. Fault line comes through, and well, they're not ready for him to be that close. Giacomo goes down. A couple of nebulous smokes.
Gotcha.
Oh no, Okeanos knife out going through. Boostio still here on the site as well. Reformed gonna try and back him up as a snake bite at their feet. Giovanni gets caught out on the angle,
Spike planted.
but he trades back the shots and eventually finds the kill. As Boostio goes hunting once more, operator in hand in a high-low, watching this spawn. Nobody out towards Octagon, but a jump peek will spot the operator of Boostio.
Good patience for Boostio. They're waiting for his teammates to get to the CT, but they're gone just as quickly as they're there. Gucci has one. Boostio a trade back. He's going to take this space forward. Ready for the hookah player? Not at all. Zachary to swing out for Boostio. A 1v2 for Kama. Fault line to get into sight. He's found the first player, looking for the second, and he has that one as well. Giovanni on the re-swing, but cannot grab the refrag. It's a 3K for Com. It's the second round in a row converted for EG. It's a 10-11 scoreline.
Clutch.
My rate just went up.
No way for Com. That fault line was so beautiful. There was no way that Giovanni could help, and why wouldn't Zachary peak, right? The way that Zachary's been playing so confidently, and for good reason, because he's finding multi-frags, he's winning duels. Zach peaks all on his own, and then it's 2 1v1s given over to Com. The top frag for Evil Geniuses here on Bind. That right there, it's one that you wish you could have back, and this is finally that round, right, that we were talking about, where City Boys, their ecos reset. It's not the best buy. It's doable, but it's not the best.
Yeah, 1000%. You got to get scrappy with this one. Space in the shower for just Zachary. Timing is going to be there for him, but the angle just a little too slim, so can't find the shot. And now 2 players looking to run him down. He's up close, so swinging and straight into danger of Giacomo. Football. There is that short angle taken yet again from City Boys. They've been struggling to leverage it. Had to TP away last round. Can this go different?
Worthless.
Man, they creep their way up. They take this space. Unfortunately, the weapons to try and take these duels, not only did they not even see the defenders, but it's a Sheriff for one. It's a Spectre at long range for the other. And a flawless round in response. Evil Genius is seemingly back to form as they tie us up at 11.
This has always been my issue with this double control angle, with this Viper Astra angle, is typically we will see a team do just that. They will scale the toxic screen, they'll scale the orb to guard off lamp, to guard off sight, to get a short. But then how do you get out to sight after you get short? You get the option of, I can use the Astra utility and I can throw these nebulas, but you almost never see them willing to do so. Because if I get short and I feel I lose it, I want to fall off, I'm going to need the Astra utility to go take the other site. So you don't ever see those stars get committed, and because they don't, they can never get into sight. There's still the angle from heaven, there's still the angle from back sight, there's still the angle from bench. There's still so much to do after getting short, and they just don't have the util to do it if they don't want to bring in that Astra util.
I've got your trail.
Yeah, 4 stars hurts. 4 stars absolutely hits different. So Rolling Thunder will slow things down for a second. The rocket is out, and It's absolutely nothing. However, Gucci's been one to just collect these random frags, and Calm narrowly escapes with his life. Good C's on the outside, does catch one. Okeano's gonna catch one of his own, and that's way better than the C's. And there's Gucci atop the high ground, expecting an aggressive push, and will find one. Now Boostio collects a kill out towards the A site, but all this is happening over towards B. This is looking like a 12th round and a map point for City Boys. Either way, we'll be headed to the last round of regulation. It's just going to take a whole lot for it to be Evil Geniuses that gets us there. Nova Pulse, it'll split the two defenders. Now turn attackers out towards the site. Apop gives up too much, and Boostio, 8 shots in the Headhunter. An operator still to work with. Takes the shots. We'll find the next 2 more to worry about as he swings out. Cannot connect on Giovanni, and City Boys to map point here on Vine.
And confidence coming out of almost nowhere for City Boys. They say hadn't been working, hadn't been able to get out of short, take it over to B and just absolutely cream EG. Walk their way in, win the fight with confidence, and from there they're able to secure such a strong post plant, especially when you add that Okeanos op on top of it all. Has all that control from CT, makes it so difficult for EG to get into it, especially when you're looking at such a limited amount of utility. See that Brim, only 3 Sky Smoke perfect throughout the round. Match point for City Boys. EG looking pretty scary for the last 3 rounds, but overturned now. 1 more to send it to overtime.
Overturned to overtime. That would be a good little segment on really any map that has looked like this one. Possibilities still there for Evil Geniuses. Ults available as well. And this time they're playing a bit more aggressively. They're expecting this creep up into Hookah, or into U-Haul, excuse me. Oh man, every time. Lamps, U-Haul, Hookah, it's all the same thing, right? They're expecting this, and they put a couple of players in these angles, right? It's one inside pocket where Okeanos has been pushing pretty uncontested, and then another inside U-Haul.
Spike.
Spike picked up now off of what was been like a default. It's getting right its way towards A. This team putting it all on, getting out of short, and it might be that cosmic divide to try to cover the rest of the site. That it will be. So scale off of Astra Util, and then have the opportunity to take back the site. They also have the opportunity to TP this one, since they do have all of that TP control. Looking to play into the site right now from the other side. Apop's gonna grab 2. Jogamo Rockets a miss, and that's 2 traded back. Still looking strong. A Vibrate for Pancakes to keep control of Spike.
Aftershock can force him forward. He spots Apop and gets through the teleporter. No way, survives and finds that kill on the way out. Evil Geniuses on the back foot. They have to try and stall. There's 10 seconds left on the clock. There's a shorty around the corner. You know Gucci is trying to collect, but he can't. The spike gets planted. A 1v2 for Pancakes. A healthy member behind him. They're not so healthy in front. It's reformed now. The last one standing is Calm. Could not collect, and Pancakes will do it. And City Boys secure map 1.